Oh yeah, what's good people? It's the retro boy, Wretch 32, and you can check out my interview on Amarudontv. I'm feeling very good, man.
Very good.
Yeah, I'm feeling very good.
Must be feeling better after number 5 in the charts.
You know, it's really good to have, you know, to have got that, man, you know, but we're still just focused on the goal. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you score a goal, you get excited, you know, if you just carry on playing, you feel you've got a hat-trick. So I'm just trying to carry on playing.
Tell me about you, the other week you're on stage with Diddy, you know, performing tracks. Like, how was that for you though, performing with Diddy?
It was actually pretty weird, you know, because obviously meeting Diddy at that specific time was probably the best time to meet him, because he was like, I was number 4 and he was number 5, so he was like, yeah man, we're like neck and neck. And I thought it was going to be that, as you would expect, you know, artists to be like, okay, cool, but he was like, no, like called me out, and he was like, yeah, he's number 4, I'm number 5, we're going neck and neck. He was like, yeah, I saw your video on MTV all day and etc. And I was just like, this guy's pretty cool, man. You know, growing up watching him as well, he's, you know, fantastic performer. He cares about his live show a lot. He cares about the music, he really cares about the brand. So just to get that, you know, that bit of respect there was cool, man.
Now, recently you released, was it Anniversary?
Yeah. This
week. Why did you decide to like release that yourself so soon after Tractor?
The thing is with me, I've never ever been the hitman. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I don't ever want to be the hitman. I want to be the guy that just makes the music, that's the good music. It doesn't necessarily have to be a hit. So if obviously I'm doing a second single, which we're hoping, you know, to go higher than Tractor. So then if I'd have just done Tractor and then that one, and then the third single would almost seem like I'm trying to be the hitman. You know, so I always want to put stuff out in between. You know, I sat down with the label and the team and that, and I'm like, I always want to have feel good music, just good music, not singles. If the radio want to play it, they can play it. That's entirely up to them. You know what I'm saying? No pressure, but just for my core fan base just to listen to good music and of mine. So I think that's really important. So that's why I just let it go.
Initially, there was a bit of a struggle between yourself and radio to get track to play. You know, with the chorus. I mean, how difficult was that for you? Because you stuck to your principles and saying you don't want anything to be changed.
Yeah, it was about meeting in the middle. You know, Radio 1 had a version. The funny thing is, when I first heard what we had to do, like we had to get rid of the F word bit, and I was like, I expected that. And then how would it sound with such a big gap? So we just put a beat. So on Radio 1 it was like, I ride the beat like a track. But to me, it just gave it a comical, extra added value, you know what I'm saying? So I thought it was pretty cool. I didn't listen to it and think, and if I'd have listened to it and cringed, I'd have been like, you know what I'm saying? But because I liked it, it was cool, man.
I mean, I put a couple of questions out on Twitter. I don't know if you want to answer these ones or not, but a lot of people are asking, you know, what's happening with Scorcher. And I know he's a friend of yours, but just as a music lover, you know, most people, he was the one who's being prepped to be the next to blow. So, you know, from your understanding, what's happening with this project?
I just think maybe the track didn't get, you know, phenomenal support. You know what I'm saying? As artists, we need support from all angles. You know, when Scorcher already paid his dues on the underground, you know what I'm saying? His name's solidified, it's concrete, underground, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, sometimes the mainstream need to just embrace you. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, and then you need to get embraced, because once you keep going there, and he already done everything he could do down there. So it was just about new doors that were opening. You know what I'm saying? Which is always 50-50. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't. But this is the beauty of talented artists like Scorcher. He will bounce back without a problem. Like, he'll be cool because he will let the music talk for him. You know what I'm saying? His next single, I'm sure it'll be great. I haven't heard it yet, but I'm sure it'll be great. And he'll come back, he'll bounce back. He's cool. He's cool, man.
Tell me a bit more about your relationship with Chipmunk, because we interviewed him like last week and he was just singing your praises.
Chipmunk's like my little brother, man. You know, he's from an estate up the road from me. You know, when I first ever spoke to Chip on the phone, he used to go to my sister's school. You know, we just spoke about doing a little track, and he just seemed like such a confident young kid. He was so young at the time. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, you know, I was like to my sister, yeah, you know about Chipmunk? She was like, yeah, man, it's big, like, what's school, like, you know, I was like, yeah, that's good, man, man. So I went to meet him, we done a track, you know, and then we spoke about the game, and we always kept in contact. You know what I'm saying? He was always a very cool kid, and he was very smart. You know what I'm saying? I knew he had something. You know, and then everything just took off for him. You know what I'm saying? He done phenomenally well independently. You know, but one thing with Chip, he always made sure that any door he went through, you know, it was open for me too. You know what I'm saying? So like, I've seen half of the behind the scenes of all the festivals and the album and the mixing and all this stuff. With him just saying, look, I'm going here, do you want to come and see? You know what I'm saying? And I'm a studier. So if you notice, I took a very big gap last year. You know, I was just analysing everything. He took me on tour with him. You know, I've done quite a few shows with him, coming out first, surprise guest, whatever, you know what I'm saying? So he's done nothing but help me, man. So I've got to show mad love to him, man. Obviously, getting the #1 with Champion, it's a fantastic look, because when you come back with your second album, that's when they're like, okay, prove that that first album wasn't hype. And that's always difficult to do. Sometimes you reinvent yourself and people don't click with it. Sometimes you don't reinvent yourself and they say, well, you gave that to us last time. So I think him coming back with this reinvention, and I think, you know, the Chris Brown collaboration and the track itself spoke for itself, and he done what he had to do.
Moving on still, like I said, anniversary, did you drop that in line of, you know, because obviously Valentine, it's not like a sweet song, but it's like, you know, a man to his woman, so to speak, you know. Was that supposed to be in line with like
Do you know
Valentine's?
what, we thought about that, and then I'm so afraid of being corny. It's unbelievable, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm afraid of that. So we thought about it, and I just thought, just let it go, man. Just let it go. I think it's what that song is actually just about is it's almost like the rockiness of a relationship. You know, like one day you totally hate her, or everyone kind of writ you off. Then I say they never thought that we'd make it to the finish line. Now we're on our victory lap on the winner, but you know, it's like you got there, but not everyone expected you to get there, and then sometimes you fall out of love, you argue, and then it's about falling in love again. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think we didn't do it in time with the whole Valentine's Day. I'd have put it out on Valentine's Day.
So in terms of your process for your album, is it, you still working on it? Is it complete? Who have you got on it? Who do you want on it? You know, give us a bit more about it.
We're still working now.
Yeah.
You know, we're still working. I'm one of them people that it's never finished. You know what I'm saying? It is never finished until I know, alright, it's cool, yeah, it's finished. But then it still won't be finished, because I'd always think, nah, I can do that. Or a new door opens and I can get in with that vocalist, or whatever happens, you know. But at the moment, I've got a collaboration with Example. That's my next single, called Unorthodox. There's not a great deal of features out there. So, yeah.
Is there any particular reason why, did you want it to be more about you on your debut album and filling it with all guests?
You know what happens? When you make a cake, yeah, you know, you start with your eggs or your milk or whatever you use, yeah, your flour, blah, blah, blah. You build the base. You know, you don't necessarily, you can't put a cherry on it yet or some raisins. You've got to have the cake first. So the album is the cake. The collaborations are the cherries on top, or the hundreds of thousands, or the raisins, or whatever you add, just to add that extra thing, you know what I'm saying? But initially the cake has to be about the cake, not the cherry. You didn't start with the cherry, you know what I'm trying to say? So yeah, I literally just make the CD, and then I'll say, okay, cool, maybe I could take my verse off that one. And maybe something could have happened to, like, say I had a tune about a car crash. Say like, I had 3 verses and maybe Scorcher was in a car crash, or, you know what I mean? Someone was in it, I could say, okay, I'll take one of my verses off, and because he just went through that, he could, you know what I'm saying, he'll come home and kill that verse from me. So that's how I work, like that, just whatever will feel like it will fit. But I don't think, shit, I need to do a tune with Scorcher and then do it. Like, then I feel like we forced it, so I just feel like we just get it right.
So you're headlining obviously the show today, right? Like, how does it feel like now? Because you actually are stepping into your own spotlight. Like, you are now becoming, like, you're coming out of the shadow, so to speak. Now, how does it feel? Is it extra pressure? How are you dealing with it, like the new?
Do you know what? My thing is this. I'm one of them people that I don't really take much in, like on purpose. I think Sometimes you could be winning a race, and just you looking behind you could be what actually messes you up, or what forces you to fall, or you know what I'm saying, you miss jumping the hurdle. So I literally don't take it in. Like my label look at me and think, people, not my label, but people must think this guy's mad ungrateful, or he's mad like, they'd be like, you just went number 5, and I'm like, yeah man, it's good man, it's good. In my head I'm just thinking, okay cool man, now we need to just, yeah, do you know what I mean? I'm always trying to do that rather than say, shit, we're number 5, let's go rave for 6 weeks. You know what I'm saying? Fuck up my voice, pardon my French, can't get in the studio and blah blah blah, you know? So I really just try and, I just try and not take it in, if I'm honest with you. Like, but I know everyone always says you have to embrace it. I know, I'm aware of what's going on, you know what I'm saying? But I think me embracing it might make me embrace it too much. Yeah, that's when you get a bit complacent. Yeah, so for anyone who's been with me from before, you know what you're gonna expect. It's gonna be of that quality. It's gonna be, you know, I'm gonna try and get as more soulful as I can. You know, if it's gonna be a lot more polished, package will be better. For anyone who's just got to grips with me from Tractor, you know, I'd say go back and listen to a track called Be Cool. Go back and listen to a track called All That I Need. And listen to another track called My Life, you know, and then you kind of understand. But the Tractor vibe's definitely on the album. You know, Tractor kind of sums up the 2 sides of me, or the 3 sides of me. I kind of got like a reggae, R&B soul with a bit of edginess. So the bridge in Tractor is like the soulness. I really wanted to show that in my first single. The edginess is just the grime in me, you know, but the flow is like the reggae in me. No, like, like you see what I'm saying? That's the reggae in me. So they're the elements that I always come with on my CDs. So yeah, just expect that, man.
Wretch, thank you for your time and good luck for your show today.
It's funny how we share those laughs and the year goes fast.